Today I'm going to show you how to use OBS to go live on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. It's Owen Video.
Owen Video!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Owen Video. Want to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you have not been here before. We go live on YouTube every single week with a new weekly tutorial on a topic related to video marketing and social media. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you want to grow your business online, be sure to subscribe to the channel and come back every week for our live tutorials. We have a killer conversation happening in the comments right now. So I want to give a big shout out to Jen Adventures, Sabby BG, Larry Snow, Selena Ryan, Marcus Campbell at Affiliate Marketing MC, Jesse Bellhill. It's good to see all of you on the video today, and we're going to go into our tutorial on using YouTube Live with OBS. I'm going to walk you through the process of using OBS with YouTube Live so that you can go live with a whole lot of new features, functions, and fun stuff. But first, we're doing a little contest. Share this video on Twitter or Facebook right now, and you'll be entered to win a $5 Starbucks gift card on me. That's right. I can buy the gift card and I can send like a picture of it. I can send it to you, and you can use that on your phone to get a free coffee, or maybe even 2 or 3 coffees, depending on what you get at Starbucks. Now, I'd love to use a local coffee place, but it's so easy to just serve all of you by going to Starbucks. It's something new that I'm trying because I want to grow the show, and I'm willing to buy you a coffee to do it. So click the share button right now. Share this video on Facebook or on Twitter, and I'm going to pick one lucky sharifier, okay? And you're going to win a Starbucks gift card. Be sure to tag me. By the way, that is how you get entered in this. You've got to tag Owen Video. So make sure you do that. Okay, tonight we're going to go into OBS, guys. So let's just take a look real fast and start. Let's start with setting up our event on YouTube, okay? Because that's the first part of the process. So I'm going to bring YouTube up on my computer right now. Come back into Wirecast. I'm also kind of like, I'm burning a lot of CPU just by the nature of having all this stuff sort of up. So it might take a minute to sort of clear all this stuff up. So I'm on YouTube now, okay? And what I'm going to do, if you're using TubeBuddy, you just click on TubeBuddy right here, and you click on live streaming, okay? If you're not using TubeBuddy, you just come over here to your profile picture. And you're going to go ahead and click on Creator Studio. All right, now I'm in the Creator Studio area, and I'm going to click on live streaming, and I've got 2 different options here. I can either go live right now with one click after I set a few things up, and that's called Stream Now. Stream Now is this home page here, right? And you need to have an encoder like OBS in order to even jump in on this, right? To even make this work, you're going to need to use sort of an encoder, okay? Now, I'm actually live right now, so you can kind of see some of that activity. What I want to have you focused on is events. Events are live stream events that you can set up for the future. You can see here the actual live stream is what you're watching right now. You're going to come over here and click on New Live Event. All right, and what you're going to do is fill out all of this basic information. You're going to put your title. Remember, all of this stuff is going to show up in the YouTube alert system, right? So your audience, your subscribers are going to get an alert that says, Beanie Draws plans to go live and so on. So I would actually suggest that you use, and Jarhead6 does this a lot, Nick Nimmin does this a lot. Use some emojis, right, in writing your title. Use some emojis and get this title to really stand out, and you can change this right after you go live. So it looks like the computer is just a little bit slow. We're streaming, and I'm showing you how to stream. So we're using a lot of CPU. And then you're going to put something like a question. I always like to ask a question, or at least ask a how-to, or tell them how to do this. Do you want to do that? So we're going to put something like this here, just for today's example. And you're going to click on public. All right, and make sure that this goes out to the public. I'm going to keep this on private, however, and you're going to schedule your time. Now, you can schedule this to go live right now if you want to, right? There's no limitation on that. You can also schedule it to go out next week. What I would recommend is that you schedule it at least an hour in advance so that you have time to promote this and get people to come on to your show. All right, just like we had, who were our first guests here today? It was Turnip Tiger and Selena Ryan. So high five to you guys for being here first, and that's because I set the stream up ahead of time, right? And then came back and went live. So what you're going to do here is click on custom. This is very important. Now, I didn't mention, fill in your tags and all this stuff, but I'm not even showing you my screen capture yet. All right, so what you want to do is come over here and click on custom, okay? And that's going to open up the ability to use your encoder. And then add your tags here. Now, you want to have a good tag strategy. I'm not going to go into that today. There's a video up on top that we'll put up here. I'm looking at the time, so at 5:29, we'll put that up there for a tag tutorial. But you're going to want to put a few tags in here that drive people to this video after it's been uploaded. If you want, you could actually do this after you go live. But I would recommend doing it up front. You can always add, but you can't always, it's not always the best time to do it. So you're going to hit custom, and you're going to hit create event. Okay? Now, the whole purpose of all of this, by the way, is to get to your stream key. We're going to set up the event, and then we're going to use your stream key to activate the event. As YouTube sort of processes this, you can see we've got some options now. We can add a thumbnail. I can even add a camera. And I can set my ingestion setting. So let's take a look at that right now. Your basic ingestion down here, you're going to select a bit rate. This has everything to do with how much power and how much internet you can push through. So it would be great, right, to go through, 30 megabits per second, which I have that internet capability in my house, right? And that would give me 4K and the experimental levels of what YouTube can do. Even 6 megabits, right? 1440p is huge. It's really exciting. Most of us don't have the quality to justify this kind of bandwidth, and we certainly don't have the computer ability to do it. So you want to be judicious with your with what you're setting up here. In fact, we had a question from the live audience a little bit earlier about what are the best ways to optimize your stream. Well, this is one of them. For the most part, you're going to want to set it up at 720, which is 1500 kbps, right? And then you're going to finally, that's telling YouTube what to optimize for. Okay, and this minimizes the burden on your computer and your internet and maximizes your quality view. Now down here, you're going to select your, you're not going to select your encoder. You're actually going to copy the stream name. Okay, the stream name, and you might even need the primary stream, the primary server URL. So you're going to copy these things, or you just leave this page open because you're going to come back to it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into OBS. And when we're in OBS, for those of you guys who have used OBS before in the past, you know what OBS looks like, and this is OBS. So over here, I have my preview screen. right? This is my preview screen, and this is activated when I hit transition, right? So I'm able to switch my screens there. And then, of course, this is my main camera, and I can switch that back. So I'm not going to do a full OBS tutorial. I just want to give you sort of a comfortability here. I also want you to know a hack. Okay, so here's a hack. If you haven't tweeted this out yet to get the $5 Starbucks card or just to support the show, this is worth the tweet out right here. You can start recording and you can just straight YouTube your videos right here, right? If you're like using a camera and you're like swapping card files and doing all this crazy stuff to get your YouTube videos done, you can use OBS and just record it directly on your computer using your webcam. Just boom, and my microphone. This is professional quality stuff. And although I don't use OBS to do my YouTube videos, I do use a similar type of program. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to set up our settings. We're going to enter in the stream key, and we're going to do that by going into OBS and going into preferences. Okay? Now, we've got all of our main like menu items down here, and it's a good idea for you guys to explore OBS and to go into OBS a little bit and learn what these things do. We will only maximize what you're able to do with the software. And you're going to come over here to stream. Now, up here on stream, you've got a variety of different options here. You're going to click on streaming services, and what this is saying is you're going to pick on a pre-made API. You're going to go into someone's API. We've got YouTube already pre-selected here, but you can go into Smashcast and Mixer and Dailymotion and Facebook Live. There is so much you can do here. To my knowledge, you cannot simulcast from here, which means you would need to stream to a restreaming service, as Marcus Campbell was mentioning earlier in the live chat box. And you could go live that way. But we're going to pick YouTube for this tutorial. And by the way, I do have tutorials on how to do this on Facebook Live, and we'll put those up in the top right corner there. All right, and then we're going to pick the primary YouTube ingest server. So let's go back to YouTube again. Right? Primary server URL. So you just want to make sure, or excuse me, in OBS, it already selects it for you. So this will stay the same every time, okay? That will stay the same every time. Now we're going to come back in. We're going to paste our stream key right here. And when you do that, you'll click OK. And you are ready to stream live onto YouTube. Here's what will happen. When you're ready to start streaming, you'll go into, well, let's go back onto YouTube and let's sort of walk through this. You're going to save the changes. And you'll go to your live control room. Now, at the time that it's time for you to go live, okay, when it's time for you to go live, you'll come into this room. All right? What you're going to do is you're going to click Start Streaming. You're going to click this button right here, and you're going to start sending your stream over to YouTube. Let's see if I can send it. I'm scared I'm going to, like, destroy my computer here. So I'm not going to do it yet. Then you click the preview button here. Okay, you've got to click the preview button. What this is saying is we're not receiving data from your encoder. Of course not. We're running so much stuff, or excuse me, I haven't clicked Start Streaming yet. But as soon as I click Start Streaming, this red box goes away, and this blue box lights up. You press the preview button. You play the preview. And this button will change to Stream Live. You can start streaming live right from there. Now, a couple of tips when you stream live. Number one, mute this tab, okay? And I want to be so clear about this because you don't want to go live and have your preview video actually playing where your live audience can hear it. So what you're going to want to do, guys, is come up here into the Chrome area, right-click on the tab, okay? And click on Mute Tab. That way, you can watch your stream here in the back end area. You can see, excuse me, you can see what is public. So you've got your preview here and your public view. Let's kind of go into these. I wasn't going to go into these, but let's just do it. The preview is real time what you're streaming. The public view is what they see on the web. There's about a 30-second delay between these two. Now, you're not going to be able to do much with that. It's not like you can block too much in 30 seconds. You're going to be running your show. And of course, your live chat box will set up over here. You've got a ton of other technical opportunities here, but we're not necessarily going to talk about all of those on this video today. The purpose of this training was to show you how to get connected and how to go live onto YouTube using OBS. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Come back into the question section now. We're going to go into your questions. I'm going to start with any questions about the software, and then we'll just jump into any of your general YouTube or video marketing questions, and I'm happy to be of service to you. Chris Strub is saying your voice is lagging on Facebook right now. I am not surprised, my friend. I am using so much of my CPU, and now that I'm able to actually shut down OBS, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that might give me some more power here. What I'm going to do, I got a question from my good friend, and I am going to answer it. It was about OBS, and I'm going to that question right now. It's loading. Well, the question is, can you use OBS to stream live onto Facebook? Yes, you can use OBS to stream live onto Facebook. You're not able to do a multicam situation, and maybe you don't need to do a multicam situation, and that's okay. But you do have the ability to use OBS to stream to Facebook Live, and I have used it to stream to Facebook Live, and I love it. OBS is a great software. It's probably something that is one of those things that I sort of like recommend for everybody. You know, if you're gonna do that. All right, let's see. Beanie Draws is saying, can you record OBS audio into multiple different files? Are you talking about like MP3 and you know, that whole thing? If that's the question, then no, you can't do that. It's only going to export or convert your file into like an MP4 and MOV. It is a video system, but you can take that MP4 to online-convert.com and you can convert it to an MP3 from there. Beanie Draw says, I wonder if you can stream from OBS to Instagram. Probably unlikely. It doesn't look like it, but it doesn't mean we can't go on to Periscope and some of these other platforms. So that would be an interesting question. I did not see it in the menu section, and from what I understand, it's a little bit more difficult than the rest. Sabby BG is saying, is OBS the best way to go live on YouTube? I don't think so, Sabby G, but it really depends on what you're gonna do. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. It's a new series I'm working on called 1 Minute Tips. So I'd love to know what you guys think of it. But it's 3 different ways to go live on YouTube. You got 3 different ways. You got mobile. You can go live on Facebook from mobile. And I think it's great. I've been going live a couple times from mobile, and I'm enjoying it. The other way is that you can go live from OBS, and then you can go live using the built-in YouTube Live encoder, which is basically Google Hangouts. Now, you guys may not remember Google Hangouts, but it's there, and it's certainly something that we remember. With Google Hangouts, it's so easy to go live. You can go live right now. You can schedule a live event, and they give you the ability to stream your camera like I'm streaming right now, and they give you the ability to stream your desktop. If that's all you're trying to do, I'd love to know, Sabby, what is your channel all about? If you're just trying to do tutorials and share your screen, I think it's great. Now, if you want to create a talk show, if you want to create like a Nick Nimmin style talk show, then I would suggest that you use OBS. All right, so it's like the right tool for the right job. All right, Elizabeth is saying, what's the difference between Facebook Live and YouTube Live? Great question. With Facebook Live and YouTube Live, the big difference is the audience. It's how people consume the content. Facebook Live is great because people log into Facebook sporadically throughout the day for a few minutes at a time. Okay? For a few minutes at a time. You've got this ability to engage people. They come on at 5 o'clock, you're live, and they say hi, and you get a bunch of comments. A few other people, then he logs off, right? And then a few other people at 5:10, they log on, they leave their high fives, and then they log off. That's how people engage with video on Facebook Live. People can comment on your video without even watching your video. You know, we've got trolls that do that on some of our other shows. And that's part of the game, right? Because even a troll comment helps you to grow and to build your channel. So there's a difference in the way the audience consumes the information. So you want to be in a place where on Facebook Live, and I do this, guys, I'm live on Wednesday, every Wednesday on Facebook, my podcast with Nick Nimmin, called the businessofvideopodcast.com, and you can check that out. We're constantly repeating what we're doing. We're constantly like, hey, if you're just tuning in, you know, be sure to check us out on, and we're talking with, and we're repeating our value. Because people have just logged in and they don't know what the heck we're talking about. So that's going to affect your presentation on Facebook Live versus YouTube Live. YouTube Live is a place where people want to watch shows. They want to engage. They want to hang out. So most of you that have been watching this today, you guys have been with me for a while. I mean, we've been streaming for 44 minutes. Mike is with me. Joe's Code's been here since the beginning. Beanie Draws Longwell. You guys have all been here since the beginning. And Christian Country Boy. You come on all the time and see me. You guys can hear my voice kind of going hoarse, huh? You come and visit me all the time. So it's a different thing on YouTube Live. People are coming to hang out. They're coming to engage for a while. YouTube has conditioned our audiences to pay attention to the video and watch for an extended period of time, not just come in, say hi, and leave. It's a whole different way of streaming. And so you've got to be in a place where you're balancing your shows for that, right? And creating the right show for the right place. Joe's Codes is saying, great stuff, Owen. See you later. Hey, Joe's, glad you could be here with us. Sabby G is saying, okay, I'm confused. Why should I care about OBS? Great question. You should care about OBS if you want to do overlays. And if you want to add, like if you guys saw that cool bumper that I do in the beginning, I can do that through OBS, and I'm using a program called Wirecast. But it's Wirecast is the professional version of OBS. OBS is a free software. If you want to create a show with overlays and lower thirds and bring in media files, and if you've got enough bandwidth, you could even do a Skype interview. You can stream your cell phone. Can't do those things on Google Hangout, right? Google Hangout, you can share your camera and your screen, and if that's what you want to do, I say do it. You know why? Because it's simple, it's easy, it's lightweight, and you can actually bring in interviewees through Google Hangouts. So I forgot to mention, there's a lot you can do with Google Hangouts. People forgot that it's there. Google Hangouts will stream for 8 hours. Great tip, Mike Paulus. Doug Houston says, yeah, OBS is great for streaming desktops as well. Yeah, desktop, it streams just as well on Google Hangouts. Beanie Draw says, I'm always watching. Affiliate Marketing MC says, I tried that with a sales pitch on the last one. It cranked. Just keep saying, if you like this, go buy my stuff. Do you mean cranked? I'm not familiar with that term. Does that mean awesome? Like you crushed it? Like it cranked out? Let me know. I'd love to know. If that's what was working, then do it. Paul Peck says, I'm staying to the end. What OBS version is better to download? Guys, go to obsproject.com or Google OBS Project. And it's easy to download. Download their most recent and their most up-to-date video. Longwell is saying you can always grab your audio directly in video editing and drop it in your audio software. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't want to have to open it up and do all that stuff, then Online-Convert actually works as well. Sabby BG is saying street interviews, talk shows, skits. Can't wait to check it out, man. Sounds like right up my alley. Not the MMA hole says, when you can stream from OBS on multiple platforms at once, it will be a game changer. Booyah, guys. And that is the bingo right there. With Wirecast, I spent $500 for the ability to stream live on multiple platforms. because that maximizes my output with minimal input. And that is how you build and grow your channel like a business. That is how you take a channel with 100,000 subscribers that's not making any money and you turn it into money. You think like a business. That's how you take a channel with no subscribers, right? And a business that maybe you're a dentist, maybe you're a karate dojo, maybe you're a financial advisor, right? And you want to use video because you're good at video. You suck at writing blogs, right? You suck at doing Twitter, but you're good at video. If you learn the business strategies around why you're doing what you're doing, you can be ultimately successful on YouTube. And on YouTube, it's not like Facebook and Twitter, guys. Like Owen said something. Owen said something. Owen said something. With video, they sit and they watch for 48 minutes if you've got a good relationship with them. So I appreciate you guys. That's going to wrap up our show for today. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment area. Did you like the format today where we do some question and answer, we do the tutorial, and then we wrap up with some questions at the end? If this is your first time on the channel, you haven't been here before, you missed out on a whole beginning cool section where I'm answering questions and engaging with the audience. And if you want to join us for that, then subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get alerts. If you want to get alerts on Facebook, go into the description box and click on the chatbot link. Subscribe to our chatbot and stay in touch. We're live on YouTube every single Monday, and we go live on Facebook every single Wednesday with our podcast, the Business of Video podcast, featuring me and Nick Nimmin. Great to see you guys. Love your engagement. I'm so glad that we're friends. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Start your week out right. We'll see you next time, guys.